Look at all these canopy trees through here. It's almost dark. Everything's so green. There's some bales of hay already. It's pretty. Backcountry roads are so neat. Who's that guy? You know, I haven't been on this for a while, and it feels darn good to be back on my Spyder. It's been about a week and a half. Just been busy doing lots of things. I have ridden my Indian quite a few times. Actually took a long weekend ride last weekend. 175 miles one day. But I am back on this thing. I had a jonesing, I think that's the word, to get back on and get out early. We've got a short Texas heat wave coming up today. Prediction is over 100, which it feels like we go from spring to the furnace. Well, that's why we get out early and wear the gear that we have. Well, why'd you take the Spyder today? I find it to be more relaxing than the Indian sometimes. This has semi-automatic transmission. I don't have to worry about the clutch. I've got one brake pedal to worry about, not two. You don't need to balance. And sometimes I get to just sit back and relax and let the Spyder do the driving. I raised the handlebars a little bit recently. Been having some shoulder issues that I guess just come with age. And not sure if I like it yet. I seem to have more shoulder pain on the Spyder than I do on the Indian. There is a lot more input I've got to put into the handlebars with the Indian than I do. No, I should take that back. There's a lot more input to put into driving a Spyder than there is to driving a two-wheeler. Basically, the two-wheeler, in order to turn, is you do leaning and counter steering. With the Spyder, it's definitely push, pull, and a lot more, I find it to be a lot more muscle than than just leaning. But that's just me. Everything is green. We've had another 1.5 inches of rain. Oh, that's another reason. We had another 1.5 inches of rain this week. I had a lot of choices to do before the heat comes today. I was either going to go flying with my RC models, or I was going to ride a bicycle, which I've been doing several days a week, or I was going to ride the Spyder. Well, the Spyder won, and I'm glad that it did. glad to be out on it and enjoying it today. The reason why I didn't go flying was because one, it's so hot standing out in the sun flying, and number two, there's no wind. There's just no wind today at all. And if you know about flying RC models, you like to have a little wind for lift underneath those wings. So talked myself into taking the Spyder out, which I'm glad to be here and sharing this beautiful day with you before it gets too hot. And too unpleasant to ride. So the trick is what? Get out early, wear the proper gear, and keep hydrated, know your limits, don't overstay your welcome out on a super hot day, because if you get heat stroke, you're going to have some big issues. I remember taking one of my daughters out. This is going back, I'll bet it's 25 years, on the back of my Honda CB750. And it was a group ride sponsored by a local motorcycle shop called Woods Fun Center, and they invited, or they had a customer appreciation ride that went out to Lake Belton, and Lake Belton from here and all back roads is 60 miles away. Well, the weather was so oppressively hot that day that my daughter, who was a passenger on the back of my motorcycle, pretty much fainted by the time we got to our destination. So she had suffered some heat exhaustion or heat stroke, and I think because of my bicycle riding and the ability to hydrate properly and drink lots of water and be used to the heat a little bit more than she was, it didn't affect me. But you don't want that to happen to you as a motorcycle rider. It's not, one, it's not healthy. Two, it can be dangerous, and you got to be real careful of the heat. So the guy in front of me is going 10 miles below the speed limit, and I guess he's enjoying his ride, but he's slowing me down on mine. Anyway, with that, enough ranting for the day. I wish all of you a safe and happy Sunday. Thanks for watching. Hope you like this video. Share, subscribe, let me know your feedback, and talk with you soon. Take care. Bye.